The Thorns Spiritborn is the best Diablo 4 Season 9 build so far. And we have a new king in the town, the Rake Thorns Spiritborn. The highest current clear of Rake is 121 from Resistance, and the highest Quill Volley clear is 107 from Elf. So why is Rake now better than Quill Volley, although Quill Volley has way more hits to trigger Jaguar Spirit Hall faster? Well, first of all, it's way easier to set up. Thanks to Loyalty's Medal and the resource cost reduction for all base Jaguar spells solves the resource problems almost on its own. In addition, thanks to the aspect Wild Claws, Rake gets casted a second time. And casted means an additional source for your Thorns Pants. In addition, thanks to the Rake Cleave, we're gonna reduce the cooldown of our highest cooldown by 0.5 with every Rake hit. So we solve all of our cooldown problems also with Rake. That also means that we have a high uptime on armored high, which also gives us a ton of Thorns damage. In addition, Rake is also way better if you have bad gear because you have close to zero resource problems. Also for all people that start to play the Thorns Balazans build, I would recommend to go for Rake because you can set it up pretty easily. Hey guys, what's up? Engen with another Diablo 4 Season 9 Spiritborn build guide, and after the quick introduction I wanted to present you my version of the Rake build. It's a really good, cool build. So let's gonna start with the gear. So for the gear, Loyalty's Medal is your go-to because you're gonna have the base build cost reduction, the bigger cost reduction, and you want to aim with a high percent of the unique value, so try to get like 50% or more, and also try to get a GA on damage reduction and all stats, but damage reduction for the beginning is fine, and then try to triple crit your damage reduction because you really need it, as it is one of few options for your sources of your damage reduction. So for your armor at the beginning, Turtle Smite, if you have one, is a really good armor to get through Torment because you will get enormous amount of resistance to all elements and also maximum resistance and damage reduction in addition. But if you don't have a mythic yet, no problem, just go for a legendary armor with dex, some armor, some res, and also total armor as a temper. Don't go for the route of your razor blade, although it's a way better damage option, but you don't need it until you push the pit, and you will have a way harder time in doing T3, T4 and getting through the difficulties. And if you have your bit setup, then go for Shroud of False Death because that's the best setup for your damage and endgame. For your gloves, go for the aspect of Wild Claws. The nice thing is because Rake gets cast again, that means it is another source for the new pants, so it will also trigger the thorns and the poison. And for your affixes, go for GA attack speed. It is really important to get your bucket 1 attack speed to the top, and also get max life and either dex or armor. If you still need armor, then armor, otherwise go for dex. And for Temper's Music Circle Potency and also vortex size or Rake size if you prefer the Rake size, and then triple temper your attack speed so you will get to 100%. For your pants, pretty easily, the Balazans, try to get a high value with close to 150%, 130% is also fine, and also get a GA to Bastion, and also try to get in addition a GA to Thorns, and then try to triple crit Bastion because Bastion will give us a lot of bonus damage. For your boots, get the Duelist aspect. More ferocity charges means also more Mystic Circle Potency damage, and that means also more Jaguar primary Spirit Hall damage. And for your affixes, get dex and armor or all dress and also movement speed, and as your tempers also get barrier generation and movement speed. If you are already at your barrier cap with 100%, get either vortex size or Rake size instead. For your weapon, this is the most important one, get the aspect of Blaine's power. This will boost our damage heavily. And for your affixes, go for dex, max life, and I think you don't even need a chance to restore your primary resource. And if you don't need this, then you can also go for things like damage over time. For your tempers, go for primary Jaguar Spirit Hall Potency as also Mystic Circle Potency, potency, and then triple crit your primal Jaguar Spirit Hall potency. So for your amulet, go for the potent bonus, it is the best one, and also go for apex bonus. But if you don't have apex or potent either way, go for things like unrestrained power or things like nourishment, and in addition percent dexterity, and you can also go for attack speed, because honestly even getting potent SHA is hard enough, so just pick the best you can find. For your tempers, go for music circle potency as also hunter cooldown reduction. Just ignore the razoring charges, it's still from my other build. And also triple crit your potent or the best passive skill you got in this slot. And for your aspect, go for the conceded aspect, so it will give you a huge amount of damage while we have a parry on. So now for the first ring, we're gonna have the wound trigger. I think you can still go for the Ring of Starless Skies, but I think if you have the Ring of Starless Skies, then you 100% need the chance to restore the primary resource. Otherwise, wound trigger is enough. You honestly don't even need a J for it, but if you have a J, go for Thorns and then also triple crit your Thorns on it. The cool part is you have also damage reduction from poison enemies on it, and also try to get a high vigor value. In another addition, you will get the toxic skin passive effect, so that means that you can also go for a Ravager. As you can see, I don't have toxic skin equipped, but I will get the bonus of it, even though I didn't have it on my skill bar. So for your legendary ring, get the Fell Soothsayer's aspect. That means that your enemies will blow up and will deal enormous amounts of damage. And for affixes, get dexterity, max life, attack speed. The best one would be with a J. You can also go for all res instead of max life if you still need all res and didn't cap jets. And for your tempers, go for music circle potency as also hunter cooldown reduction and triple crit your music circle potency. So for your unique jewels, you have some options. So first of all, the Seal of Denial is set in stone. It is the best one, so you will get more barrier, fortify, and thorns if you have 2 arcanas of denial equipped. In addition, you can also go for the idol from below. This is also really good with primary cost set increase, always unhindered, because with always unhindered we're also going to get the bonus damage and also more max life. And in addition, we have Tyrant's Bane and Willbreaker. You can go either for Tyrant's Bane for more damage over time, or you can also try out Willbreaker, because apparently Thorns is physical damage, so you will deal more Thorns physical damage, so you will also deal more poison damage with it. Just play around. I will also test it out and will update you with another video. So for our Runewords, I'm currently testing some things out. Normally you can check it out in my char planner with the casting skill other than basic or defensive skill consumes your primary resource, is with the other trigger rune that will consume your rune if you have a lucky chance to hit non-healthy enemies. But currently I'm testing it out with a Tam cast non-channel core skill, because at my helmet I got the Yule rune caster skill with a cooldown, because we're gonna resetting our cooldown so many times because of our rake and advantages rake. We're gonna press so many cooldowns, and maybe it is better, but I don't know yet. We'll test it out. Otherwise, just check out my char planner for the better runes and also the Q rune. So we're gonna get the Earthen Bulwark, so we're gonna get our barrier up. So for Spirit Hall, main checker, second checker, so we're gonna get the spicy 100% more bonus from Loyalty's Mantle. Now for our Horadric Powers, for your power, get the Disintegrate and pair it with your Rake, so Rake will gonna trigger Disintegrate. And for your infusion, get the Corrosive Vapor. So all of our highest damage bonus will get also added to our poison damage. That's really nice. And we're also gonna do an additional poison damage to the enemies. And then also for our Arcanas, go for Bottled Wind. So we're gonna have another barrier source, Fractured Core for the resistance aura deactivation, and also Reactive Ooze for some more resource generation. You can also switch out Fractured Core with Invigorating Helix if you still have some life problems. For skill tree, pretty simple. Go for Rake, 1 point as also the advantages Rake. Then for your focus skills, go for Vortexes, also the replenishing Vortex. Go for max points into Unrestrained Power. Go for max point into Apex as also diminishment for more damage and damage reduction. restoration. If you have the Wound Drinker, go for Ravagers, also the replenishing Ravager for more hits, for more Checker Spirit Hall. If you don't have Wound Drinker, leave this out, and also go for 1 point into Toxic Skin as also the replenishing Toxic Skin. For your defensive skills, put 1 point into Armor Tide as also reinforced Armor Tide. We're also gonna get huge amounts of thorns with the enhanced Armor Tide, so try to keep this always active. Also we're gonna go for Perseverance, so we're gonna get more damage reduction per resolve stacks, and thanks to Armor Tide we are always on our resolve stack cap. Also go for 1 point into Counterattack as also Counterattack enhancement. You can also think about going for adaptable Counterattack. Also go for Nourishment 3 points, so we're gonna do more poison damage and we have increased healing. Also go for 3 points into Auspicious, so we have a passive barrier generation. For your Bastion, max it out, so we're gonna do more thorns damage. For our potions skills, go for 3 points into Resilient, so we have more max life, as also potent, so the enemies will get more damage from our Jaguar skills. For our ultimate skills, max out Supremacy, Resolution, and also Intricacy for more support for our skills, and also max out the Hunter as also our both glyphs. And for the ultimate passive, take the Noxis Resistance, so we can blow up all of our poisoning damage. For our Paragon Board, I started with the Canny Glyph. In the beginning, just try to get the bonus here, then get to the second board, take the Spiny Skin, and at the beginning, take your Hubris Glyph into here, so you will get a huge power damage spike at the beginning. If you have completed all of your Paragon Boards, then go for the Revenge again into this second board and the Hubris in the third board. So for your third board, get Convergence as also Hubris. For your second last board, get Vicious Shield as also Wildfire. Maybe you can even dodge Wildfire because we have now that high amount of cooldown reduction through our advantages rake, so we could go for things like our Colossal. I'm currently leveling this up and will try it out, and because of our Armor Tide we have so many of our resolve stacks that we have a constant damage boost from it. And for your last board, go for a Sapping Glyph, so we have another source of spirit restoration, and also we're gonna deal more damage. And also go for the Ritual Glyph, so we're gonna do more damage with our Mystic Circles. So after you completed your basic setup of your Paragon Board with the unique effect and also the glyph in every of your board, then go to the things you need. If you have enough res or enough life, then go and max out your glyph so you will have more damage on it. If you need more life, fine, then go into the life route here. If you need more resistance, then go on to the resistance nodes. If you need more attack speed, then go to the attack speed routes. And I think with 200, 220, you should have the most max out, and then you're really good to go. So for our mercenaries, pretty simple. Subo, get Molotov as also Snipe with luck hit chance. And for our support, I will have the Rahir normally, but right now I'm leveling up my Variana. For our rotation, pretty simple. Just press everything on cooldown because we have huge cooldown reduction. So I hope I could show you a cool build guide that is the best build currently for Spiritborn in Season 9. If you have any further questions, please ask them in the comments down below. And also if you like the video, please leave a like and a sub. It would boost my channel tremendously and I would appreciate it a lot. And also follow me on my Twitch and my TikTok, where I will also stream weekly. Until the next video, bye!